Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Akarkadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners for enduring in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion of faith who follow. Just wanted to do this lesson about really, helping out the brotherhood, bearing one another's burdens, and really being a crutch, for the Akim. So with that being said, Lord's will, this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right, I'm gonna start with Galatians chapter 1. It says, "Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted." So you might have a brother that's going through something, and it may be kind of, for lack of a better term, fucking him up in the spirit. He may be down on himself. He may have, went off or something, and he, Satan get to messing with his head. He don't think that he's worthy. But it says, ye that are spiritual, the Akim, the brotherhood, it says to restore him in the spirit of meekness, considering that you also could be tempted. The same thing can happen to you. So we are to restore one another. We are to, let's get this word. Come on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with this internet. Yeah. Strong's G 2675. Cadardio. Cadartidzo. It says to render, to fit. It says sound, complete, to mend, to repair, to complete, to fill out, to equip, to put in order, to arrange, to adjust, to fit framely for oneself or prepare, ethically, to strengthen, perfect, complete, or make one what he ought to be. Man, this is a beautiful, to restore them, to make them complete, to make them whole, make them sound. Okay, to mend him, whatever was wrong with him, you got to mend it, you got to fix it. What has been broken, or rent, you got to repair it. It's beautiful. Okay, it says to put in order. Okay, if the brother was out of order in whatever shape, form, or fashion, to put him right back in order. All right, to fit framely. We're a body all fitted framely. All right, and you have to be fitted framely within this foundation. Okay, to strengthen them, to make them, to perfect them, to make him complete, and make him to what he ought to be. That's a beautiful definition. Verse 2 says, "Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach." All right, to love your neighbor as you would love yourself. Bear one another's burdens. If one brother's going through it, we are all going through it. We are only as strong as our weakest link. So exhort one another, build each other up, edify. Okay, if a brother is down and out, or if a brother is lacking in a certain area, pick him back up. Let them know, hey man, you a bad dude in the spirit, man. You might be down right now, but that's Satan fucking with you. Satan fucking with all of us. All right, pick them up in the spirit, man. Exhort them. Let them know, hey man, you be getting down. You are a bad dude. All right. Don't let Satan take your crown. Don't let no one take your crown. Okay, you are the only one. Uh, we are the. All right, how can I put this? The elect is predestined. We don't know who the elect is. That's why we say the hopeful elect. But if you are the hopeful elect, nothing can take your crown. So you have to realize that no one's going to take your crown. So you can't give up your crown because you are the only one who can give up your crown, who can lose your crown by your actions that you do and your reaction to the things that happen to you. Now I want to get this word right here, empathy. Um, there's a big difference between empathy and sympathy. Our empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So sympathy is like, oh man, I feel you're going through it. Oh yeah, man, I'm sorry you're going through it. That's sympathy. I feel sorry for you. Empathy is actually putting on that man's shoes and walking a mile. Okay, you go down here. It says emotion researchers generally define empathy as the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. Okay, I understand where you're going through, man. I would feel the exact same way. So because I know where my mind would be if I was in your shoes, I can't let you go there. I gotta pick you up, and I got an example that I want to go through in the scripture. This is Job chapter 16, verse 1. It says, "Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things." All right, so let me set the scene. So we know Job um, was an upright man who lost everything. Okay, his house, his wife, or his house, his kids, his servants, his home, everything, cattle, all of that gone. Boils, body, he's going through it. So right now he's sitting and he's talking amongst his quote friends. And this is what he had to say about the counsel that he was getting from them. Okay, Job 16 and 1. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all. So he said, man, you guys are miserable company. Says, shall vain words have an end? Or what emboldeneth thee that thou should answer us? Also, I also could speak as ye do, if your souls are in my soul's stead. So if you was in my position, I could say the same things that y'all saying to me. It says I could heap up words against you and shake my head at you. Yeah, I can put you down. I can make you lower and lower and lower. And when you're going through it, you don't need somebody heaping hot coals on your head. You don't need somebody, making you feel like an even more piece of shit. But what did Job say that he would do? Verse 5, he says, but I would strengthen you with my mouth, and the moving of my lips should assuage you, or should assuage your grief. Basically, should relieve your. I got that word. Basically, do away with your grief. Okay. It says, though I speak, my grief is not assuaged. It's not done away with. And though I forbear it, what am I eased? Okay, it says, but now he has made me weary, that thou hast made desolate all my company. So he's like, man, you guys are useless. Okay, I'm going through it, and you're not comforting me. You're not building me up. If y'all was going through it, I would strengthen y'all so that your grief would go away. But now my grief is not going away. I'm just going through it even more, basically. I'm going through it while going through it. So, this is not the spirit that we should be in, to nitpick on a brother when he's down or kick a brother while he's down. We are in the spirit of exhortation. Okay? Let me get this. This is Hebrews chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you, an evil heart of unbelief and departing from the living power. So, it's nobody wants to hear that, somebody wants to lead a ministry or might get kicked out of the ministry or anything along those lines. Okay, no one wants to, go through that or see another brother go through that. So it says, but exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. So while we are amongst each other, we are to exhort and build up each other daily. Okay. And it's going to break it down. It says, for we are made partakers of Hamashiach if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast into the end. So, yes, we have to definitely endure to the end, and we have to build each other up. We have to push each other daily, okay, so that we can be steadfast and endure to the end. Okay, while it is said today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation, as when you were provoked. So if you and a brother get into it, okay, or you get provoked, okay, don't harden your heart. Okay, you need to open up that's when you need to open up your heart to that brother. Okay, and this is, I'm eating off of this. This is, is good food to me, Lord, as well. What I'm saying, you're edified with this as well. But when we're going through it, or when we're beefed out, or if anything comes up at that moment, because what it is Satan. Satan's trying to divide and conquer us. So at that moment of strife, at that moment of beef, don't harden yourself. Open yourself up. Okay? Listen to what that brother has to say. If he feels a certain way, he feels a certain way for a reason. Why does he feel that way? Ask probing questions. Get to the bottom of it. Damn, brother, where does all this come from? Why do you feel like that? What did I do to make you feel that way? How can we make this right? What is your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Come. So basically, what I'm saying is start the conversation and open up your heart, to embrace that brother, opposed to pushing away that brother in the heat of the moment. Not 2 days later. It says today. Why why it is called today? Okay. And this is the last precept. I'll get this, and we'll end it on this. Is John 15:13. It says, "Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." And that's really the biggest thing that you can do for a friend. Okay, this really that is kind of off the subject a little bit, of course, the subject being bearing one another's burdens, but there's nothing there's nothing more that you can do for your brother, for your friend, for a true friend, than to lay down your life for him. We have to have that spirit to be willing to do that. Okay? Because if you'll lay down your life for someone, bearing his burden should be nothing. Understanding what he's going through and building him back up should be nothing. I'll die for you. So I see you in this low state, man, I'm going to pick you up. That's really the spirit that we should be in. And with that being said, Lord's will, this was edifying, and I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Karkadash, that honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are there in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion of faith who follow. Shalom.